I know we spoke about the AMAs yesterday, but man, we forgot an important piece of the AMAs. We forgot something that needs to be discussed. And so we are going back to the AMAs for a moment to speak about an icon who received the Icon Award. And that is, you guessed it, Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson received the Icon Award at the AMAs this weekend. And you bet, you know, everybody is on socials, including Janet Jackson. And I heard she said something wild, and I didn't believe it. But I found it right on her Instagram. And so I want y'all to hear this straight from the horse's mouth, as the old folks say. And so here y'all go. This is Janet Jackson accepting the Icon Award. Oh, perfect timing, Kia. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is Janet Jackson receiving the Icon Award at the AMAs. Listen to what Janet Jackson had to say straight out the horse's mouth.
I love you too. I love you so much. I am I am so honored. I'm so grateful. Um, I mean, no disrespect in any way, but I don't consider myself an icon in any way, but
Oh,
I
instantly.
don't consider myself an icon.
Now, I just want to pause it for 1 second. I thought that was a great start to say that she doesn't consider herself an icon. She's being very humble from the start. I said, all right, Janet, starting off humble. I like that. Because a lot of people get up there and they be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been gave me this award. I should have had this award 20 years ago. Right. Dash, you see Dash, no, leading with humility. That's right. That's why you need to be here, co-host. And I thought this was a great start. I said, yeah, Janet, talk to him. And then look what Janet said.
My family, myself, our dream was to, it wasn't ever to be famous. That
Hold on, what? What'd you say? Wait, what? Huh? Huh? Yeah? Your family's dream was never to be famous? Y'all never wanted to be famous? Didn't we all see Joe Jackson whooping their ass on docs and TV movies and wasn't that referenced in all the videos? You're gonna get your ass kicked until you get this choreography right, until you hit these notes right. What was Joe Jackson doing? Yeah, I think he was just teaching you discipline. Of course, your family wanted to be famous. What the hell are you talking about, Janet Jackson? You know what? I usually am not prepared, but because I know that I had to do this alone on camera, y'all are with me in the chat, but alone on camera, I came prepared. And I'm glad Key is here because I like to call cap. I call cap on Janet Jackson and the Jackson family not wanting to be famous. You didn't want to be famous? Of course you niggas wanted to be famous. The Jackson 5 wanted to be famous. Michael Jackson wanted to be famous. You wanted to be famous. What the hell are you talking about? She goes on to say we just had a love of music and dancing and performing. No shit. Because that love was beaten into you. What the hell are you talking about? I call cap. In the words of Joe Budden, I call cappuccino. Now I make sure to have my one cap with me here today. This is not an ad. Kia did not pay me, but this is cap. What in the hell is Janet Jackson talking about? I just want y'all to hear it one more again for those in the back who maybe missed it.
in any way, but I don't consider myself an icon.
All right. That was good.
My family, myself, our dream was to, it wasn't ever to be famous.
Huh? Am I the only one bugging here? Y'all are in the chat. Y'all can let me know if I'm off. I mean, what is she talking about? Dash says Joe absolutely knew what he was doing. LOL. Yeah, like he was beating the famous into them. They've been discussed this for years. I mean, I was a kid and knew this. How Janet don't know? Or she just believed that we're stupid enough to believe this. Somebody help me out. I'm gonna give y'all a slice more, but just what we doing here?
That's, we weren't raised like that. We always had a special love for music, dancing, and singing, and fame came with the result of hard work and dedication.
Word. That's how it came. Hard work and dedication. It wasn't Joe Jackson giving y'all the latest and the greatest, giving y'all a two-piece and a biscuit combo. That's not what it was. Dash says Janet just be saying stuff. Listen, let me be clear because they love to chew me up in the comments. Not in the chat here when this goes out into the world. They love to talk to me in the comments. So let me just tell y'all something before the comments get there. Why is she talking so coded? I don't know. That's a good question, Nash. But what I do know is Janet Jackson is an icon. Janet Jackson still is a sex symbol. Janet Jackson music from the 80s still will get you on the dance floor doing your best Janet Jackson impression, your best two-step, and feeling real good on the inside. And those are all beautiful things. I'll take it further. Janet Jackson, one of the sexiest senior citizens on the planet. Hey, I hope one day I could be as sexy as Janet Jackson because Janet Jackson got the moves like Jagger and the body of who knows. I mean, a great body who we've seen her dance all over the stage and express her freakiness through lyrics and dance. We didn't see Janet Jackson tie fans up on the stage and grind all over them. Man, really cool stuff, really great stuff if you into that, and stuff that most senior citizens can't even do. I hope one day to be as limber and sexy as Janet Jackson. So I have no beef with Janet Jackson. I'm not a Janet Jackson hater, quite the opposite. A Janet Jackson admirer. But Janet, what in the hell are you talking about? No, Janet, no. It was not just a product of hard work. It was not the byproduct of y'all being dedicated. No, it was your father molding you. It was your father grooming you, not in a sexual way, but preparing you for the industry he was dead set on y'all being in. That he was dead set on y'all mastering. Your dad had a plan, much like the Serena Williams sisters' dad had a plan. Two very different ways of going about it, but this was a man with a plan. And that's why y'all are famous. Because he was relentless in making sure that y'all got these things accomplished by hook or by crook, whether you liked it or not. That's why y'all are famous. Go to the chat here. Dave says, I think she's talking about her young self that was doing stuff to not get beat. I think the love came later. Dash says, also, two things can be true. They definitely worked hard for it, but they also set out to become famous, even if the kids didn't want that. Yeah, okay, yes. Let me first respond to Dave. Dave, she said not only herself, but her family. And what's interesting to me is if she just said herself, maybe we can have a conversation. Maybe we can have a conversation if Janet Jackson said, I never really wanted this, but I grew up and watched my brothers and had an admiration for what they were doing and said, hey man, I got a little tune in me too. Then maybe we could have had a conversation. But that's not what Janet said. Janet said, me and my family. All of us. La familia entera. That's what she said. All right. Let's go to the chat here. Oh, and Dash, yes, absolutely. Two things can be true. Yeah, your family may not have planned it the way your dad did, but one, dad is the head of the family, and two, dad guided y'all to a very specific place. Totally agree there. Naj says, I didn't catch the acceptance speech. So far, sounds like she's accepting an award, but doesn't agree with what the award represents. Okay. Did she want to attend the event? Good question. I don't know. I would like to call Janet Jackson. If any of you have her number, please slide it this way because I have questions. Uh, Lots of questions. And, it wouldn't hurt to have Janet Jackson's number, but I'd love to ask her lots of questions. It does seem awkward the way that this speech went on. And there's more. And I encourage you to go listen to it if you want to hear the full speech. I will not play any more. I'm going to stop it there. I know that's unfair, but such is life. So yeah, that's what Janet Jackson said. I will not play the rest of the speech, but it is on her Instagram. Y'all could go check it out. Uh, the whole show, okay, Dad says to Naj, the whole show was weird. SZA couldn't even remember if she had been there before or not. She said this on stage. Ooh, SZA, come on, girl. Honestly, think the AMA should go away now. Yeah, it's like, yo, what's going on over there? And we didn't even talk about how J Lo hosted it, and I hear she performed "Not Like Us." Yes, J Lo performed a version of "Not Like Us." Yes, yes, indeed, that did take place. That says that we won't. Right. All right. So the next thing I cannot play for y'all, but I'm gonna try to find the lyrics to read them for y'all. Busta Rhymes did something I think is really interesting. Uh, I'm trying to find it here. Naj says, "Yo, were they high?" The red carpet is a clown show, and I see some of the best acting. Might I add? Oh man, that is hilarious. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I see people reacting to J Lo doing "Not Like Us." Yes, yes, she did.